Today on the channel, it's a return of the Kyle Peterson Top 5, and in my opinion, we got one of the scariest looking villains of the 1980s. We got Hordak.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another edition of the Kyle Peterson Top 5, a Thursday tradition here on the channel. As each and every Thursday, we're doing a countdown of my 5 favorites and occasionally top 10 favorites of something. And today, we're still feeling that He-Man and the Masters Universe vibe in the air from the recent release of the movie. And in today's video, we're headed to the She-Ra land. Not my favorite land, Todd McFarlane, but we're going to head to Hordak for a top 5 Hordak countdown. Now, Hordak, one of the scariest looking villains of the 80s from all the cartoons. Now, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I am not a She-Ra guy. And spoiler alert coming up here for the He-Man movie. So if you don't want that, you better fast forward. But She-Ra and Hordak, the ultimate battle, kind of like He-Man and Skeletor. But as a little kid, I always said, man, I can't watch this She-Ra. It's too girly for me. I just can't do it. I just can't get into these bow and all this kind of... I just could not get into it. I could only get into it when the He-Man crossovers happened. But I knew enough to be dangerous. I dabbled a little bit, but not very much. But I always had my eye caught by Hordak. I said, man, why can't he just go over to fight with He-Man? I like Skeletor enough, but I'd like to see Hordak and He-Man square off more. Bring that evil horde with them. Wasn't meant to be as much as I would have liked it to been, but man, oh man, did Hordak make an impression on me as a little kid. Love Hordak to this day, and Hordak has had some amazing figures over the years, and we're going to count down my top 5 favorites in this very video. And some people have commented in these He-Man ones about a few different things. It's funny, some people saying, this one will always win, or this one will always win. Well, maybe it won't in this one at all. Maybe either of them won't even be on the list. You never know. That's why we do these lists. And as I always say, this list is my list, so it's 100% right. Your list can be 100% right. Put it in the comments down below. And of course, we know the rules. You start at number 5, you work your way to number 1. Number 1 being my favorite Hordak figure of all time. So without further ado, let's kick it off. Number 5. Top 5 countdown begins, of course, at number 5. And number 5, we go to Mattel. We go to the Masters of the Universe Classics. Of course we do, Todd. I'm just a classics guy. We go for the Dark Hordak here. Of course, chest opens up for the little buzzsaw action. A lot of versions of Hordak. When I started this list, you know, I always start, I look things up, and then I narrow things down. Maybe I never had the figure, I didn't like it. Maybe I don't have nostalgia for the figure. Maybe it was my favorite figure. Maybe it's different colors. There's a lot of things that go into these, and you got to research it for these lists. But I always like this one here from the classics line. I am a classics guy. I love the classics. I love the darkness of this one here, especially for the time frame. And these may be a little simpler with 2026 eyes, but you go back to the early 2000s, you look at this, we were blown away. Maybe you were like I was. Just an amazing version of Hordak, especially for the time, giving us some of the dark feel for Hordak, no doubt about it. And that's why classics here coming in number 5. The countdown continues here at number 4, and the number 4 selection could be the sleeper from the countdown. This one kind of came and went. I feel like a lot of people picked this one up. I'm not sure if the distribution was the best on this one either, but this one came out in the last year or so. It's from the Masterverse from Mattel. We're headed to New Eternia. We're headed to Hordak New Eternia. A little bit of a different twist on our friend Hordak here, but a lot of hallmarks to the original version. Looking very cool, looking very devious. And he's even got a shield that doesn't want to stay on. You got the beautiful staff here with the bat dragon at the very top. Love the translucent wings, giving him a little bit more adventure, almost like the Turtles of Grayskull edition as well. But this one fits a lot of the classic with a touch of newness. There's a lot of cool stuff about this one. And the New Eternia line, a very, very fun line. Sad to see that on ice currently. We'll see if it ever comes back. But a lot of great figures out of that. And Hordak could be the sleeper of the bunch. Definitely the sleeper of this countdown at number 4. We've hit the number 3 spot, middle of the road of the top 5. You got your list together. Put it in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this one. We've been He-Man focused lately. We're going to take a little bit of a break next week if you're watching these in order, as we do got a little 4th of July special top 10 countdown coming, so be on the lookout for that. We also should probably do maybe 1 or 2. I don't know. Todd, what do you think? You guys chime in down below. You steer this if you want to. I was thinking of some best of videos so far this year. I was thinking maybe best elites or ultimates or maybe He-Man. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. But I'm not opposed to getting back to the He-Man Masters Universe top 5, top 10s. I feel like He-Man and Skeletor definitely have to be top 10s. Everybody else probably 5s is what we'll do, but you never know. But get your requests in the comments down below. Do you want to see that top 5 Mecha Neck? Let me know in the comments down below. But here we are at number 3, and once again, we're going back to the Masterverse. Yes, but this time we're going to She-Ra. We're going to Princess of Power. We're going to Hordak, of course, in his royal blue, his fancy blue, whatever you want to call it. Got the real cape going on. Just devious Hordak. And when I close my eyes, as I do many a night, this is the Hordak I do imagine in the color scheme. I like the dark one, but I always go blue first. But both are special in their own way, and I like both versions. But this one, very fun. A lot of the hallmarks of Hordak. He was a deluxe figure in the line, so you did get different attachments for the arm, different hands, accessories, etc. But a fun one, a sleeper one once again in that line. I remember picking up at Target. Was it a Target exclusive? Kind of felt that way. But Hordak from the Masterverse comes in number 3. Getting closer and closer to the top spot. We're at the number 2 selection in our Hordak countdown. And this one didn't come out that long ago, but man, it came and went pretty fast, like a lot of these cartoon collection figures. It is Hordak from She-Ra. Once again, cartoon collection in the blue and black attack with a dash of red, a pinch of red along the way. Man, talk about an evil head sculpt. As far as the cartoon collection figures, it does not get much more evil than this one. Those red eyes against that white just really pop. This is what I think of with Hordak, really shrunk down. Just very, very cool, very nice in the cartoon collection, origin style, whatever you want to call it. Just a must-have if you're collecting She-Ra, no doubt. But even He-Man, I love this figure. He comes in at number 2, which, like a young Highlander, means there can only be one. What is the number 1 Hordak figure of all time as voted by me? Well, stay tuned. We've reached the top spot, the number 1 Hordak figure of all time as voted by me. Do you got your list together? Put it in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to both my YouTube channels. You get the drill by now. We got a lot going on each and every single day, but the number 1 spot was very tough for me. I sat there and thought about it, and I mentioned at the top of this countdown, a lot of people say, well, it's always going to be this at number 1, this being Mondo. Well, there's 2 Mondo versions of Hordak, and I'm going to tell you right now, neither of them are in the top spot. I had too many quality issues that took my love out of that. Once again, it's all personal in these top 5s. I had issues with breakage at the waist. My first ever experience with Mondo figures was the Deluxe Hordak, and I had a lot of quality issues. So whenever I think back to that one, I don't think back with very happy terms, unfortunately. And then a lot of people say, well, it's always going to be the original version from the 80s. That'll be the top spot. Once again, that's not the case for my countdown here. It just depends on the figure. It depends on a lot of different things, including nostalgia. Well, guess what? I wasn't buying She-Ra figures. I never had the original Hordak figure as a kid, so I didn't have that nostalgia. I didn't have that love for that. So take note of all those things. You wrap it up and you do a top 5. Neither of those are in there for me. They may be in there for you, and that is just fine. Heck, you'd have the Turtles Grayskull version in here if you wanted to, but not me. Once again, I got number 1. We're going to classics. I'm a classics guy. It is the classic Filmation version, we'll call it, in the classic colors here, the blue and black attack. It is my favorite version of Hordak, and this one looking extra evil, just like that one I was just talking about. This one has those evil vibes as well. Just a very scary villain is this Hordak, but man, is he cool. And this was my favorite one. I went through all the Hordaks in my collection. I looked at the list of all the Hordak figures made, narrowed it all down, and this was the one. Yep, the new one from the new cartoon series on Netflix didn't make it. Todd McFarlane. Keith David voiced that one, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to Keith David, of course. But this is my top Hordak figure of all time. So there you go, from the classics line. But what's your list looking like? Put it in the comments down below. As I said, check out this channel, subscribe, like, all that kind of fun stuff. Check out my podcast each and every Tuesday. It is The Kyle Peterson Show, available where podcasts are found. Check out the video cast on YouTube if that's more your speed. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, of course, once again. And then check out Patreon, YouTube channel memberships for early access to videos like this, bonus content, etc., etc. So for the Hordak Top 5, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?